Good evening and welcome to our show Dice Off. This is a channel where me and my friends get together and we play role-playing games, and we have as much fun as we possibly can in the next 3 hours. So the game we play is called Age of Adventure. And in this game, my friends take on the role of a variety of adventures. They go around a variety of adventurers, and they have adventures. So, I guess what I would like to do at this point is, since this is our first stream, hopefully, that we will record and post. Let's go through each of the characters so you get an understanding about who the characters are and their backgrounds. How is our sound? This is our second first show. Is our sound working?
Yeah. Our sound's working. I'll wait for chat. Just keep going.
All right. So to begin with, let's introduce several of our characters. We have Scott, and he is playing...
Yes, I am playing Obadiah, who is a scholar. This role fit well in his life and how he grew up. Never being one to be overly social, Obadiah never developed the ability to interact with others. He was teased sometimes for his unusual appearance, for which was associated with demons. However, Obadiah believes his appearance is more akin to that of the Lost Kings. Because of being bullied and dropped in the mud and filth all the time, he developed a unique quirk, always needing to be clean. Due to all the time spent keeping things germ-free and orderly, along with his obsession with research, his heritage and his appearance is often haggard. With tousled hair and slight delusional air, his goal in life is to create a masterpiece of academic research, particularly on the appearance and features unique to those of the Lost Kings and demons. If this work is ever finished, it will help those like him from suffering the oppression that he went through as a child.
All right. Now, Andrew, introduce to us Cleistus, the Dwarven Paladin.
Cleistus was a simple farmer who lives by himself in the middle of a massive forest, miles away from anyone. Of course, he didn't choose this life. It was sort of forced upon him. Cleistus is a social outcast, even though he knows it is because of nothing he did. It's because every other being is just wrong. Since Cleistus lives by himself, he doesn't keep himself or surroundings very neat. There is always something tugging at his mind. He knows for sure that something from his past is being hidden from him, but he never puts much thought into it, because that requires thinking, which is something that he really doesn't care for. One day, his whole life changed. Some men dressed in red came to his farm and burned it down. This caused Cleistus to hate the color red, since that is all he remembers about that day. Cleistus entered a dark time in his life, but things started to get better when he discovered a top-secret organization of do-gooders, which is so secret its name is not even known. Cleistus now wanders the world in disguise, giving people free counseling advice, because he feels that is his calling, and he's obviously the only one that is ever right about anything.
True. All right, now Dylan, introduce to us Duant, the Gith Weapon Master.
Duant of the Northern Rocks is a Gith Weapon Master who was a toadkin, so he's a very large being. His father was slain in war and was then brought up by his widowed mother. Without guidance, he got himself into many, many troubles, including flipping off a noble who then continued to cut off his middle finger. He vows that one day he will give that noble the fist instead of the finger. One day the local sheriff caught Duant getting himself into some trouble, and rather than cut off both of his hands, as was his rightful punishment, the sheriff took him in as his own and taught him everything that he knows.
All right, now we've got Kevin. Introduce to us Dayon, the human gunslinger.
I am Dayon the Torturer. My family has been cursed with bad luck. My people and family were killed by a group of warlords. I survived and grew into a life of crime. I perfected my skills with the firearms and became a gun for hire. I admire criminals for their gusto, and that is why I fell into the life of crime.
All right, and lastly, Spencer introduced to us Piff, the Furbolg Warlock.
Name's Piff, born of a noble and a brothel worker. He had a rough childhood growing up. Although he always wanted to be the best warrior of the Furglogs, he was born pudgy and cross-eyed. He's had several business adventures and they've not turned out very well. One day, he hopes to land a business deal that will allow him to retire in peace.
All right. So what we're going to do now is just recap what happened last session, and then we'll begin. So what happened was the party, the four of you, left the border city of Wayton, crossed Hawk River, and then traveled 2 days toward Evergrove, which was the elvish trade village. You encountered a group of goblins who recently entered the area, apparently to hunt mammoth. One goblin was captured, and he spoke about turning the tide. You weren't exactly sure what that meant, but you did have a feeling that it was rather important. You then met with a mysterious individual named Raphael. He seemed like he was likely an elf based on his stature and his voice. However, he was completely wrapped in clothing, preventing you from seeing anything about him other than his large almond eyes. Now, Raphael wanted all of you to arrange for Leona's escape, an elf woman from the city of Evergrove. Unfortunately, it was more of a kidnapping than an escape. She didn't know she needed to leave. Apparently, her life was in danger. And the reason it was in danger had something to do with her imminent pregnancy and the birth of the child. You arrived at your town, unfortunately, a little bit too late, and the child was currently being born when you arrived. And when the child was born, the local nobles of the town said something about the child having tainted blood. You're not sure exactly what that meant. However, as a result of this tainted blood, the nobles attempted to slay both the child and the mother. Now, fortunately, you were able to rescue both of them, however, not without cost. After successfully rescuing the child, two of you, Obadiah and Cleistus, brought the child back to Raphael to receive payment. Unfortunately, Raphael said that you were a little bit too late. You were supposed to rescue the woman while she was still pregnant, and anyone who saw the child needed to be, unfortunately, eliminated. It was nothing personal. So he attacked in an attempt to kill you. Now, the child, of course, the tainted blood child, had something unusual about it. Had pure white skin, white as snow. This is, of course, quite unusual since elves generally have very tanned, golden skin. So, the other problem was that the woman was locked up. Now, Piff, fortunately, arranged for her escape, thanks to a lot of alcohol and some unfortunate antics. You then brought the woman back to the area where the rest of the party is. Now, at this point, Duant is not yet part of the party, so just be aware. Now, in this battle, let's see if it is on frame here. Cleistus was terribly injured to the point that he almost died, but fortunately, Dayon made some very impressive first aid checks and saved his life. Actually saving his life. Pretty impressive.
And mine.
You, Obadiah, you were incapacitated and you were about to be slain. And Dayon came just in time to the rescue, sniping with a handgun shot Raphael in the back. However, Raphael did escape. While he was on the ground incapacitated, he was able to enact some sort of small flute that had been attached to his hand. He blew it, causing him to just disappear. So, at this point, we have two very injured party members. One is incapacitated to the point where you're not going to be able to move, you're not going to be able to attack. You are conscious, but you are in a lot of pain. You can talk, but it's a little difficult. And
I can hobble.
You can. How about where was your injuries?
Chest and leg.
Chest and leg.
Yes.
Which one was fixed?
One of my chest injuries was fixed.
One of your chest injuries was fixed. So you
Yes.
still have the leg injury.
Yes. And a chest
And-
injury.
And you still have the chest injury. Ouch. Ouch. Remember the chest injuries now take off maximum hit points by 1 also. And Cleistis, where were your injuries again?
I have a head injury written down, and most likely a couple chest injuries in there.
I think you had 3 chest injuries and you got down to 2 chest injuries.
Yeah, something like that.
So you're at 2 chest injuries plus the head injury.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough.
Alright.
All right. Piff, you have just arrived, and you've arrived onto the scene of a bloody battle. 2 of your party members
What
are
happened?
lying on the ground.
What happened? I thought we were
Raphael,
here.
he betrayed us.
What?
Yeah, we
What?
brought him the child and he stabbed me in the leg and chest with a spear.
Flaming
Well,
spear.
why did you wait for me? I got the other half of the stuff.
Oh, we were pursued by elven hunters. We had to make haste. I don't know what to do now.
It was because we saw the baby was
Oh.
fine.
Is he gonna die?
He'll be fine.
He's not doing very well.
I'm fine. Just go on. We should probably make a sling.
Yeah, I'll carry him.
Good, good.
Anybody good at making things? I'm not very good at that.
I can make it.
I'm more of an idea man.
Can we do a quick harvest check to see how many crafting materials I can find in the forest to make a stretcher?
Well, normally that happens. It takes several hours to do a check like that to find it. I will allow you to try and scrounge something up very quickly if you want to.
Okay. I have a dice 8 crafting roll for generic stuff. Oh no.
Well, luckily, since you're rushing,
That's bad.
I'm gonna give you a verse. Let's see. We'll do verse 16.
Oh, nice.
10?
Nah.
Well,
Sorry, you'll just have to carry him.
That's fine. I'm gonna put my book down and put him in one arm and carry him.
all right.
We can't go back to the elven village.
I got a good shield now.
We need to travel away from here. Preferably not west. Orcs are west.
Yeah, Don doesn't like me either.
Now, keep in mind, several of you,
No, but we gotta go back there eventually. Got a deal I need to close.
some of you might be a little bit surprised by the fact that not only did Piff arrive, but Piff arrived with Leona.
Leona.
And not injured.
We still have the baby.
And you do have the baby, which does remind me, how upset is the baby? 10. A little bit upset, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm gonna have his mother come over. He's clearly gonna come.
She's
down.
holding the
Okay.
baby. Wait, no.
The
That's
baby's
right.
on the ground.
The baby was on the ground.
Yeah.
When Leona sees the child on the ground crying and alive,
Covered in mud from when they tried that.
Not my phone.
covered in mud. But the fact that the baby's covered in mud doesn't really bother her. She runs to the baby, scoops the baby up in her arms, and she's crying in happiness that her child, her only child, is still alive. And she's like, thank you so much, thank you for saving my child. How can I ever repay you?
Money.
With money.
Fix me up.
Do you happen to be good at like fixing people? He looks kind of messed up.
She kind of looks down at the ground. Let's see how good she is. The higher the better.
Not so much.
The last time I tried to help someone, I accidentally killed him. I don't think I should be.
Just try. just try.
So why do you think you're a good mother?
All right. Anyway, now it's time to make haste. We need to leave. The elven hunters will be here soon.
What, you guys are being hunted?
Yes,
just a
the
little
war
bit.
party went out to kill the child. They're still following us.
All right. At about this time, you hear this unusual bird call in the distance, and it doesn't really strike any of you. Well, we can make some cunning rolls just to see.
I'm really smart. What is it? Hey, 4.
4.
Did anyone beat an 18?
Cunning.
No. I think if
In
we
what
added
world?
all of ours together, we might have been an 18.
All right, so the whole lot of you are discussing amongst yourselves what the best plan is to do next. None of you even really notice the bird call. However, Leona, her eyes perk up and her ears extend even further than they already are. And she says, "That's them. I recognize that call. It's the call of the hunters. The elven hunters, they're coming.
Oh, let's make haste.
They are going to kill all of us." Which way do you want to go and how do you want to do it?
I would like to head north is back towards town, correct? I would like to go
No,
east.
south is
South is
towards the town. North and east is back toward the river.
West is
Hawk
towards
River.
Forks.
North and east is back towards the town of Wayton, which was where you came from.
Okay, so we should probably just head flat east.
Flat east?
Flat east.
All right.
I'm gonna ask Leona if she got any good ideas. If she,
Because they'd probably search the road northeast towards the town we came from, I'm assuming. And they were already searching west through the Orc lands. And south is back towards the Elven town, so straight east would be...
she got any family or anybody that
What do you, like, how exactly, like, what do you say? Where,
you got any family or anything that
she says, no, I'm kind of, like, her eyes kind of fall to the floor, almost like she's embarrassed or upset by the question. She says, "No, I have no family. This is my only family now."
Is there a nearby village where they won't kill us?
you know the elves the best. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna?
We can talk while we travel. I start heading
So you all
east.
begin walking.
I'm crippled, so I have to go.
You're hobbling.
I let
And
him lean on me.
Furball, you're kind of,
I'm
Are you-
carrying one and letting the other one lean on me.
Fortunately, a dwarf, it doesn't take up that much room in your back. What's the vitality? 6? So 6 slots? Yeah.
Easy.
So if
I
you
don't
got...
even have a backpack. I don't even keep anything in my backpack.
So fortunately, you're so large, so strong, you're able to pretty much carry Cleistus by yourself. Unfortunately, though, you probably won't be able to... What weapons do you have equipped in your hands?
Can I just like put my book of necromancer away and then just carry
Carry.
it in one arm?
That'll work. You will require an action at the start of combat to drop in, pull out the book.
What if I don't care about if he gets injured? I just let him go.
Yeah, it would still take an action to pull out the book. That is if you want to drop him. He would double fairly effectively as a shield.
That's what I
He
said
is a
earlier.
dwarf, and the first
Injury is
injury of
ignored.
combat is ignored, remember.
That's an unbreakable shield.
just throw him out there if something's coming, like arrows or whatever. So the question that you had asked Leona
That's why I
was,
got good friends.
was-
Make good shields.
you had asked, what are they going to do?
Well, I was just gonna say it. I said, is there a village nearby that won't kill us?
And then
I'm
someone
sorry.
else said, what are they going to do with us? And she
Yeah.
says, well, here in the forest, the elves have complete sovereignty. As long as we are in the forest, they will kill us. They will kill the child, and they will kill all of you for what you have done in the
Do
town.
we know what to the east of here is?
I have
Directly-
done nothing in the town.
Directly to the east, it's basically
I
forest
got some
all the
trouble.
way to Hawk
Human-
River.
Human settlements.
You broke
Well, you have to
ground.
cross Hawk River
Yeah,
to
that-
get to the human
So we'll head
settlement.
east till we hit Hawk River and jump into the human settlements where the elves don't have sovereignty.
You'll have to cross the river, though, first, before you get to the human settlement.
That's okay.
For background, do we know? We knew a bit about tainted child. Do we know any history of? Do all races think tainted childs need to die, or?
And as far as you're concerned, you don't really know anything. The only one that knows anything is Obadiah. And even he was a little bit confused about what the word tainted even means. The fact he even recognized the word tells you a lot about how much he knows and how much research he understands.
Or how little I know.
So, unfortunately, you really have never even heard the word before. You don't even know what the word tainted represents or anything. In fact, you're just looking at baby elf. Just a strange colored baby elf.
Strange colored baby elf.
We're simple-minded.
Yes.
All right,
or
as you are continuing on, you maybe are. There's a couple of things that are kind of unfortunate. You can carry the dwarf; it's not a problem. The hobbling, alchemist there is starting to
Put
weigh
my
on
war
top
pick
of you.
away. I pick him
No,
up
that's-
too.
There's one other problem. Leona just this day gave birth to a child and is not doing
Alright,
very
so
well
somebody
on
find
top of
the-
that.
Somebody needs to start pulling
Somebody
her away.
carry my warhammer.
The gunslinger could probably help a little bit.
Shit, carry this.
All right.
Carry this. And then I pick her up in my other arm.
While you're trying to figure out exactly how you're going to do all this, Leona stops suddenly without even just freezes where she is. In fact, whoever is following her, I need a marching order. Who wants to go first?
Am I really drunk or did she just stop?
You're probably still being drunk.
Yeah, that's right. You're probably.
I keep walking.
Who's
I'll
leading
probably
the party?
first.
You're gonna lead the party.
I'm probably.
Dayon leads.
I'm probably like last.
I would like to lead, but unfortunately I'm a gimp.
No, you're probably last.
Actually,
Yeah,
based
probably
on
last.
this, it's Dayon leading, and then it's Piff. You're kind of holding everyone else
Yeah.
second.
Yes.
Just kind of walking slowly, occasionally just dropping people because you're trying to get 3 people to move. In fact, you don't have anything equipped except just your party members are equipped. Is what you have, unless of course Dayon wants to participate in the help.
Yeah, no.
I will make sure
No,
that my
he's like,
hammer.
no.
I'll make sure my hand crossbow is cocked.
It's like a little turret.
All right, and in that case, we will put Leona with the child right after Dayon. So Dayon, you don't notice that she. Well, let's give you a roll. Resolve. What'd you get? 1. You continue walking, oblivious. In fact, you're more concerned about the elves that are tracking you than anything else, which causes you to get a little bit further ahead here. The rest of you are all
Hey,
kind
man,
of
wait up.
hanging on one
keep
another.
walking.
I gotta carry 3 people. And you just keep walking by yourself.
You're a giant. You take bigger steps.
Unfortunately, Leona, right in front of you. In fact, you're kind of holding her. She suddenly stops walking, and you just kind of keep on going and stumble a little bit. And she ends up back here. You turn backwards to look at her, and you see that she's standing completely in a trance, unmoving. Her eyes are just staring off into nothing, as if there's nothing in the world around her. Unmoving. What do you want to do?
I don't
Pierce
have-
magic.
Pierce magic?
Pierce magic.
All right.
I will
All right.
start generating casting token.
Oh,
What do you
I
wanna
don't
do?
have any beer on me yet, do I?
The likelihood of you carrying beer with you is 0.
Man, I knew I forgot something.
All right, so what we are going to do then is you are able to cast Pierce Magic,
Yep.
and the trance kind of falls out of her gaze, and she looks around and says, still in kind of a, her gaze is now solid, but her voice is in this mystical, offbeat type of sound. We should head south right now to the Lorienda. And she turns, and without even asking any of you, completely oblivious to any injuries that she might have incurred through giving birth, starts marching south.
What? Why? You were under spell. I canceled it.
What do the rest of you do?
Do I notice at this point?
I would say probably yes, but just in case, let's
Due
just
to,
do a roll.
Due to my injuries
Resolve.
and the need to stay alive,
Yes,
I don't really want to chase her.
2 dice off. 12.
5.
All right, you are splitting the party just because you're completely oblivious to everything that is going on.
That's unfortunate.
Oh crap.
You are watching Leona walking south and Dayon walking east, and you can't really get anywhere because you're being held by his giant furball, who's just kind of staring off into the sky, kind of humming to himself about how it's a bar song, about how amazing it was to get drunk with the elvish wine. What I should ask is, Cleistis, what would you like to do?
What can I do?
You can't do anything, but you
I
can
give
speak.
orders.
Follow the woman. Just go. She knows what she's doing.
level.
All right, and do you want to do anything or say anything to that? Or just...
Sure. Onward.
All right. I'm
Gunslinger.
okay, thank you.
What?
The gunslinger does hear
what is
that
going
when you
on?
call after him.
Our ward has wandered off to the south.
Where is she? Why has she gone off that way?
She was under a spell, being bewitched. I tried to cancel it, but it didn't work.
I suppose we should go after her then, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
I
that would make logical sense.
want to drop
All right,
the door.
then.
She's just walking, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just set this one down and run for like 2 seconds to catch her.
All right.
You could.
Almost set.
Can we tell if anyone's following us? Can I make a cunning check? To see
At this
if I
point,
can-
you know no one's following you
Okay.
yet. You soon begin to hear the sound of moving water, and between the trees, you catch a glimpse of a vast river. Though you've never seen it before, you know this to be the Great Northern River, often called Elf River, to
Shit.
any of the human settlements. The elves, though, call it the what do they call it? It's hard to pronounce.
You made it.
The Alianda.
Alianda.
Leona stops. Her gaze clears. And she says, "Here it is." She quickly kind of runs to a copse of trees that are kind of densely put together with a lot of underbrush. And with baby in one hand, she starts tugging at what looks like it might be a camouflage tarp. And she's like, help me with this.
I will hobble over there and attempt to help her the best I can.
All right.
My arms are good, but my legs kind of goof.
Dan, what would you like to be doing?
I'll keep watch around.
All right. Soon you realize you're able to. She really can't do it with the one arm and being injured like she is. But once you get over there, slowly get over there, you're able to grab the tarp and just jerk it off of it. And what you actually find and discover is that underneath this tarp are 2 elvish canoes that have been hidden away.
How many people can fit in these elvish canoes?
Your entire party could fit into the elvish canoes.
They make canoes
How
big enough to hold a
convenient!
fur blog.
Someone was thinking of
Say that
us.
again, I didn't hear you.
Do they make canoes big enough to hold a fur blog?
He may need his own canoe, but yes,
I will
the
take
canoes
my
will hold all of you.
I'll take my kerchief and put it around the canoe and tug it out towards the water.
All right. Now, right now you're next to Elf River, obviously, the Alianda. It's a deep and a tranquil river, but it has a very, very strong and very fast current. And you're trying to drag it into the water is what you're doing?
Yeah, that's the idea.
All right.
With my 1 movement speed.
And Dayon, you're still
I'll
standing
keep
guard
watching.
watching? All right.
Come, help with this boat, you lazy peon.
All right. You get the first
you
one
can
into
manage
the
on
water.
your own.
Say it again.
You can manage on your own.
As soon as you get the first one into the water, you hear another one of those bird calls. Although
Quickly!
this one is very close.
We'll find you, weak man. I will help.
Alright. Between the two of you, you're able to get both canoes into the water. Everyone is loaded up into the canoes, and you start paddling your way downstream.
I will, oh shit. I will prep an illusion spell with my last spell component
Alright?
to mask our presence to make it appear as though this is an empty river.
Alright. That's actually quite clever. Unfortunately, it only lasts
Not very good.
not very long.
It's 1 second per number rolled for the component because I don't have a hex.
So
otherwise
you
it'd
can
be a lot
make
longer.
the illusion for. Are you sure you want to do this? Just...
You know what? No. No, I don't want to do this. It's a waste of a freaking spell component.
All right, you're actually not very far out into the river, and you begin seeing several elves appear on the shoreline. They immediately take out their bows and take aim and begin to fire.
Can I cast? How many squares away are they?
I would say probably about 50.
50?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh,
I'm out of
okay.
range.
They're within battlefield. I am. Oh shit! I can't do this. I don't have a hex.
Clesis, what would you like to do? Keep in mind you can't actually perform any actions due to your serious injuries, but you can say stuff.
That's all.
Dayon, what would you like to do?
I can't do anything.
Probably not at that range.
No, I'm out of range. And
Piff, is there anything you'd like to do?
How many are there?
other than think
You see two elves. They're both taking aim.
Paddle faster.
Alright.
I'll just fire a hand crossbow dart at him. Well, I'll
50 squares. Hand
Yeah.
crossbow.
Enchant weapon if it's on the battlefield.
What about a
Aim
portal
it
strike?
straight,
Can you do a portal
Or
strike?
I'll generate a casting token. That's what I do.
Alright. They're going to make 2 arrow shots at you guys. So we're going to randomize who they're trying to hit.
God, be big. All fur blog, try to.
Cleistus!
They aim for the guy that's already mostly dead.
Isn't he like muddled into
here's
my arm?
what actually happens. They aim for the big guy with the paddle, and the big guy with the paddle holds the dwarf up as a shield, and you take the first shot. You can roll. I will allow you to roll your dodge.
How do I dodge that?
Ooh, actually, based on this roll, you might be able to pull it off.
And dodge is
Athletics.
You can't even move. How could you dodge?
I dodge for it.
He is dodging for it.
I'm making sure he's between.
4
me and
dice off!
Oh boy.
There you go. See it.
15, 15.
Oh no, it's a hit.
Hits a hit. And
Oh,
you are
no.
going to take at some 1 point of damage. Unless your armor can stop it. If you even have armor.
I don't have it.
Oh, you
shit,
never
I could've
repaired
It
it.
is all broke.
You still have it though with you, like your broken armor, because I can still roll.
Yeah,
a repair
you can
check.
still roll to
It's
repair.
currently on. I'm
Yeah.
carrying his broken armor hand.
I also have to repair my armor.
So that's going to be 1 point of damage,
Yes.
correct? Second shot. Alright, this one is coming for our friend the elf.
Oh shite.
Due to the range, I'll still allow you a dodge, even though you're in a canoe. 8.
Nope.
Well, let's see. The good news, actually, I was rolling the wrong dice. Let me re-roll. 8!
Good.
So the first one hits,
First one hits.
and that is going to be 1 point of damage on you as well, if
That's
your
not-
armor
that's
can
not-
stop
that's
it.
not- I don't have any armor. It's broken.
Alright. They're going to get off approximately 4 more shots before.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Alright, what are you going to do?
I lost my concentration since I got hit, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Shimmer,
Yep.
which makes me invisible, so I get a dice 20 save versus arrows.
Alright. So they're going to not shoot at you. The rest of the 4 shots are going to come towards
I
you
want to
guys.
be a big wall between.
Be a
me
big
and
wall
everyone
between
else.
everyone. Alright, in that case, I will roll this dice for
I won't
1, 2, they'll hit you, 3, 4. Alright? So first one hits you, second one. Cleistus again.
You're useless.
Third one hits you. Fourth one is on you. So here's
6 to
some.
dodge the first one.
Alright, hits you. 4 on the second one. You can try and dodge it.
3.
5 to hit you. And then 2 to hit you for the last one.
So I dodged.
I dodged.
Did you dodge?
No, it hit me.
Okay, so you're going to take an additional 3 points of damage, and you're going to take an additional 3 as well. Fortunately, however, after that damage, the current is quickly pulling you downstream, and it gets you out of range. For a while, the elves begin trying to chase, keep you in visual sight range, but the strong, swift canoe strokes outdistance them.
How many rounds do you think they're chasing us?
Several rounds.
I'm gonna generate casting tokens and cast as many portal strikes as I can.
Alright, once you start blasting them with magic, they fall back out of your range. They still continue trying to follow, but it's not very long before you lose sight of them, they lose sight of you.
Okay. Now, teach ya.
Alright.
I
As-
realize something. I don't like elves.
Yeah.
They seem cool when they're in town. They're drinking,
Quite violent.
hanging out, and it's just not very cool.
Oh, gee, I wonder why they'd be pissed off.
I never even ripped one of them off yet.
No. Y'all didn't
You
also
usually
knock
don't
out
think
one
it's
of their
ripped off?
cards?
I mean, Usually I'm the one that gets the short end of the stick.
Yes.
Short.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Do you want to do anything while you're going downriver?
How long are we gonna plan on traveling downriver?
That's the question. How long do you want to travel? I mean, you could travel all day.
I
down
think
there.
we
This
should.
river is going south.
It's actually heading straight east, the direction
Oh.
you wanted to go.
I have a plan. How about we get up on the other side of the river and load the canoes up with like bushes or something really quick to kind of make it look like people, and then push them back down river.
I mean,
And then the elves will keep chasing the stupid boats while we take off.
they're not faster than the boat, are they?
No.
They just go faster than them if we just keep going.
They would meet less resistance.
True. I did want to go east. Good point.
We
Yeah,
keep
I know.
going until maybe we find a
Where
village.
does the lady want to go? She just wanted to make it to the river?
She wanted to make it. Leona's like, we need to get out of the forest as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Do you know
This
where
is
this?
obviously as fast as possible. Let's head east.
Do you know
All
where
right.
this river leads?
Yes, you do know where the river leads. The river actually will meet up. It heads east. It eventually turns
Right.
south and connects with Hawk River.
I will take one of the canoe paddles with double handkerchiefs and paddle with it.
Paddle.
And steer.
All right.
Is there a near? Do we know if there's any towns alongside this river as we're going?
It will eventually open up into a large lake, and that lake has a town, a very large town called Shoreside. It has one of the lords of the kingdom there.
So it's not an elven village?
It is not an elven village.
Okay.
It is a
Is
human
that the
village.
closest human settlement that happens to be to the east?
The other one you could go to is Wayton, which is the town you guys are from.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit
Ah.
more convenient to just
Well,
head
is
there.
that closer?
They'd probably be the same distance. The main
Let's
difference
go
between
home.
the two is to get to Shoreside, you'd have to take the canoes the entire way. To get to Wayton, you'd take canoes, and when the river turns south, you'll have to exit the canoes and head north.
Bushes. Use bushes then. There we go.
Yes.
I don't think the elves will fall for floating bushes.
The elves know we came from Wayton. Perhaps we should go to Wayton.
Shoreside, I like Shoreside.
I never told
But they-
anybody I'm from Wayton.
Yeah, but the road to the Elven Kingdom comes from Wayton, right?
Well, there isn't really a road.
No. Oh, never mind.
Evergrove is the closest elven village to the human lands.
Okay.
So that's why it's a trade.
There are more
Actually,
things than
no,
Shoreside.
you're right. We should go back to Wayton. It's a bad idea. Shoreside.
Shoreside
I'm
might.
thinking, we're new faces. No one will ask questions.
I've never even been there before, so.
Or maybe they will.
Besides the fact that you
Anyway.
have a dwarf with a hole in him.
Yeah, it's goblins.
Like they're gonna believe that.
Well, people get attacked by monsters all the time. Won't be a problem. Just have to get our story straight.
Yes, that I saved you.
Yeah, what's the story, by the way?
Oh,
That I saved their
got
asses.
waylaid by goblins and orcs on the way, and we're looking for medical assistance or an inn, of course. And some fresh freaking water to clean these nasty wounds.
Emphasis on the medical assistance.
All right, you travel down. Well, basically, you spend a lazy day floating east down the river.
Would this
We
classify
do
as
more
crafting
checks or
time
something
to
get
fix
this guy
armor?
So I don't have to carry him all the time. Armor's getting a little tired.
Unfortunately, they've already done all the medical assistance they can do. If you want him to get healed faster, you're going to need to bring him to a cleric or a priest and pay for some magical healing.
Would we have crafting time during our travel on the boat?
Under normal circumstances, yes, but
Like, could I
under
fix my leather armor?
these circumstances, I would say no, just
Okay.
because there are so many of you and the boats are kind of overladen.
Okay.
And if you try and do anything other than keep the boats afloat and paddle water out of them occasionally, you'll probably end up crashing them or sinking
Where's all
them.
this weight coming from?
Well, the fur bulk mostly.
I don't know.
Dump him off, he can swim.
I've never had a problem like this before.
And the dwarf probably cannot swim, actually. They sink like rocks.
The second he says that, I kind of hover him over the water.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just saying, if I gotta go, you gotta go.
You wouldn't.
Would you two
How
settle down
stinky-
and keep
how
paddling
stinky
the
is the
boat?
dwarf?
I used him as a paddle.
I was
for like
stinky?
Yeah.
That is the dwarf? Alright. 20 being perfectly clean. 1 being absolutely just came out
Give
of
him
the
a
boat.
penalty. He lives in dirt.
18! This
Oh,
dwarf
wow, he's
keep himself
freaking
nice.
Okay, I guess
He like
does-
slicks back his hair
I guess he doesn't
in
need
his
a dunk.
off time.
Yeah, he does.
What are you doing?
He's dunk him anyway.
Hey.
Alright, I should have mentioned one thing. You probably didn't know about it until after flowing down the river for maybe about 4 or 5 hours. You notice that the river begins to turn south, and as it turns south, it narrows and it becomes shallower, and it starts to pick up speed, and there's large rocks.
Let's steer. Let's off here. Get off here. Turn shore.
Keep
Go
on going.
faster.
Keep on going.
Fast.
You do know that if you're going to try and maneuver through the rapids, you will require several rolls for your skill at
I say we
maneuvering.
risk it.
I think we should.
I'm gonna ask Leona how good she is at swimming and how good her baby is.
Would
at
you
swimming.
Leona
Oh no.
kind of turns to you and says, "I'm not comfortable with trying to take on the rapids in a boat filled with someone of your stature."
I know, I'm pretty awesome.
Right, she means you're fat.
It's not what she said. Stature. That's like noble, like my father.
You're an idiot.
You can make a let's see, Dan. You can make a cunning roll since you probably have the best survival abilities. What'd you get? 4?
Oh, nice.
You're fairly confident that the rapids are going to be very dangerous. In fact,
the
they
better.
don't look pleasing at all. And if you miss even one roll, you'll go under and probably take a lot of damage. Could possibly drown.
Yeah.
Can we tell how big the rapids are? Like, can we walk the canoes for like a mile and then put them back in?
You could try it, but the downside is you don't know how long the rapids are going to go for. You just don't have enough knowledge about Hawk River to
Yeah,
How
we
heavy
do know
are
the
canoes?
direction of the port town, right?
wait down.
But we
Yeah.
gotta take the canoes
Not
to
wait,
get there.
not
Shore
wait
side.
side. The other one, shore side.
Shore side?
It's gonna take us forever if we don't take the canoes.
The shore side. If we get off here,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I wanna pick the canoe up and then we'll go back.
I mean, we
to
could
the
try. We
rapids.
could try and hike the canoes,
How
or we could
long
camp
is-
here. How late is it?
It's actually quite late. Camping is
Yeah,
probably
we
the
should
best
pull in
scenario.
camp and then try and walk it.
We could ask
Yeah,
the
just go over the
elven
canoe.
woman if she has any knowledge of how far the rapids go.
She doesn't know.
Oh, well.
She's kind of dumb.
Let me see. Actually, she rolled fairly well, but it wasn't nearly well enough.
Would I have any knowledge of it based on my research studies?
No,
Okay.
none of you know.
Anyway, regardless, we're gonna pull out the boats here and camp.
Yeah, I've traveled this river before. Don't go that long.
Can you?
But I went the other way, up the rapids.
Nice.
All right. So, you guys want to get out and camp at this point?
I would like to get out and camp at this point.
I'm gonna take my war pick and I'm gonna cut down some timber for a fire.
All right. First, before that happens,
After laying the dwarf gently down.
as you guys are able to steer the canoes to shore, they kind of slide right up onto the sandy bank. As you get out, carefully, probably with Cleistis, and carefully with the baby, you begin pulling the canoes up onto shore. And as you do so, your ears pick out a sound of a voice. The sound.
I hope it's not that demon.
I mean, I could fight him.
Let's see here. This is like a large hill,
Oh yay!
and the sound is coming from the other side of the hill.
Ooh.
I will be very quiet.
Maybe we should investigate.
So at this
Hey,
point, you
who
don't.
is that?
Never mind.
Man, I'm about to knock you.
Okay, so you call out to the voice before he. Okay, first listen to the voice, and then you can decide whether or not you want to call out. All right. So the voice is, "Boss, you sure this is a mammoth?" He ain't got no hair! And he talks! Then there's a second voice. But he's fat like a mammoth. So y'all put your knives away till the big boss gets back. He'll know. It's them.
Shh. Quiet.
What'd you like to do?
Maybe we should go pick a fight with him.
Come on, goblins, come fight Clistus, the mighty foe.
No, we're not in any condition.
I'll take him. I'll take him.
I officially use him as a shield. I make sure he's strapped to my arm well.
That is a man willing to fight.
Many gloves.
Pass away.
Class just starts yelling battle cries out to these goblins.
I like it, man.
And you hear blades being drawn.
I will just start casting a spell right now.
On the other side of this hill.
I'm gonna hide behind the rock.
I am so dead.
I'm gonna be next to the rock. And then,
You call yourself a man.
well, I won't get the surprise. Boom.
Alright, what we are
What's your
going
size?
Da.
what we are going to need
Like a southern, like a
Didn't even have enough time.
are tied up. You can speak if you want to. We're going to need initiative rolls at this point.
Wait, I'm really good at this.
This is our cunning, right?
Resolve.
Initiative is going to be resolved.
Oh,
How
my
quick
God.
can you move? And
Never rolled
Piff
above
got you a
one.
1. Got you a 2. Dayon. 1
What's also one?
from Obadiah. And Cleistus, you really can't do anything other than crawl
Shield.
slowly.
Shield.
By the way, Leona is looking at you like, while holding the baby, going, what are you doing? And the baby
Is screaming.
Crying.
suddenly, at the loud screaming, begins crying.
Good job.
Way to wake the baby.
That's okay.
Yes! Alright. It's not
That's gonna be horrible for.
Oh, I hate children.
Alright.
Hey, kind full bog, would you put me in a bush and hide me, please?
You're the one who got us into this mess, but I like your style.
Duan?
I put. Do you
What'd
have
you
a
roll?
weapon?
I have mace.
I make sure the mace is good in his hand, so when I shield dash with him, I can use the mace as a weapon.
This is gonna be so good.
Hold on to that thing.
Alright, they want initiative, so they're gonna begin moving here.
We need a better battle can.
Yeah, we do.
We're very limited.
I can't even see what's going on.
Here, let me just move.
Just move the hell out of the way.
The hell
They're
out
gonna
of
come
the way.
around it anyway, alright?
I'm gonna run and grab a laser pointer really quick. So that I
You're
can
so tall.
reach.
Chat, that baby dice. You for Twitch chat. Should probably just not
Go.
better. 'Cause it's
Had enough already?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll just pause it for now.
It's good use like in the moment.
Yeah. Just it going on is good.
Drive someone
Drive
insane.
me insane.
Alright, I'm gonna put up a barrier of trees just so you know where the hill is.
Alright, I got a laser pointer.
It is now.
Oh wait, where am I?
Duan, what would you like to do?
Am I able to, like, how tight are the restraints?
Fairly tight, but you can break them with a strength roll.
What
Which
weapon
is-
master are you?
Brawling or weapons?
That is going to be vitality.
Vitality.
Yes.
You got this.
3.
17, not yet.
Oh.
But you're twisting them, trying to get free. Dayon.
Damn dirty goblins.
Do we hear mumbling?
You probably hear some mumbling from behind the hill.
I'm going to move to
They got a
get
mammoth.
a shot.
Heard them
Move
say
to
they
get a
got a
shot.
mammoth.
A hairless mammoth.
Alright.
That's even
This
scarier
ant
than
is
a
no
normal.
mammoth.
I
Oh,
don't
they
think
have a
I can
captive.
move anywhere to get a
We
shot.
should free him.
I don't believe him. I'll give you some mammoth.
Hey, mammoth man, come and help.
Can I move?
I
there?
am no
Yeah.
What is
mammoth.
that? Oh, okay. So
I
can
am
shoot?
Duant. Now come free me from
Oh.
these restraints.
Or am I blocked?
Can you move forward anymore? Do you already want
Totally
movement?
mammoth.
Or are you
God,
out
that's
of
not what
movement?
they're talking
That was
about.
all my movement is 3. Unless I run.
I will say that
And one thing you know that a mammoth wouldn't.
if you miss, you may end up
I can
hitting
speak.
Obadiah.
Good point.
Your call. If you hit him,
Hey, we've never seen a man.
I missed.
We don't
if
know
you
that.
miss, you might hit him.
This is gonna hurt.
Well, go for it.
So if you miss, then you'll roll to hit him.
Damn it. Don't have Shimmer up yet.
Wait, what's he doing?
He's making a shot.
I'll make a
He
shot. If
doesn't
I
have
miss,
a very
I hit
clear
Obadiah.
shot.
So I'm going to
makes
draw. and
He's
I
going to
shoot.
draw and hope he's got a steady hand.
No, we're not.
8.
Oh,
8?
Yeah.
You know, that's not bad. In fact, that hits him.
I told you I'm a weapon.
That's not bad, yeah.
Sweating bullets over here.
Then we have damage.
Yep.
7.
7?
Get wrecked.
Good golly. All right.
I'm a man and proficient with my weapon.
Wait, which one?
Obadiah,
Did you
what would you like to do?
I will cast
shoot?
Shimmer.
Which one did you shoot?
That one far back one.
And I will move after I cast Shimmer.
Where are you moving?
The big
One square back this way.
1 square backwards, so you're out of...
Yes!
You might want to move 2 to get completely out.
I have a leg injury, which means I can only move one.
That will work. That will work. Piff!
I moved 3 squares closer to the closest enemy to me.
That will put you in base contact with him?
Hey, where are you bringing me?
Hey, we're going for a ride. And then I'm gonna take my war pick and I'm gonna try to chop his head off. I rolled a 1.
Idiot!
Alright, so 1 puts the opening on you.
My shield keeps talking and distracting me.
No. Cleistis, you cannot make an action, you cannot move, but you can say 1 phrase.
You idiot!
I just tightened my grip and put him in front of me.
I was really
All right.
hoping I could repair his armor. Oh well.
So he's got a mace in his hand. Can I swing my shield next turn? Use his mace to make an attempt?
He's got a mace, you swing.
And I'm swinging him.
You know, that would work as a weapon of opportunity, I would allow.
Alright. That's good.
He rolled
Do you have a weapon in the other hand?
Yeah, I got a war pick and then I got a dwarf.
I got a
I
dwarf.
got a dwarven weapon.
Alright, just...
Made from the finest forges.
Alright, you can use it as a weapon of opportunity based on the fact that it's a dwarf. It's not very aerodynamic for swinging, and so
crushing.
you'll be attacking with dice 4.
Oh, that's perfect.
Alright, so they get a chance to go. You're already in base contact. This orc takes 1 look at you, kind of sniffs, doesn't like the smell, and swings with everything he's got with his axe. 6 to hit you.
1 to dodge.
Dice 10 with an axe. 1 damage. 1 damage. The goblins quickly move in to try to surround. Get a nice, amazing 1. So he has to
Still gonna
sprint
make it.
to get the rest of the way. The next one. 1, 2, 3.
How good are you at fighting as a shield?
Well, I can't move.
I've never done this before. I've never done it before.
Alright, the goblin takes advantage.
Any tips?
Just don't kill me.
17 to hit.
What? That is.
He's hitting
Oh,
from
the back.
from behind. And he has an axe, so the damage is going to be 4. That is going to be the end of their turn. Top of the round, Duan, do you want to try and break loose again?
Indeed.
14.
Not even gonna roll.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be good enough. Dayon.
I will pull my second pistol and shoot the goblin behind.
Alright, pistol from behind.
Aim. Shoot. For a 4.
2, that is going to hit.
Damage. 8.
How do you want to do this?
I aim and I shoot him through the back of the head.
Alright, so just take aim right on the back of the skull.
Just at a distance and just aim. And
Pull the trigger, poof of smoke. Completely blots out any vision you have. And,
That hit me in the back.
and what happens is,
feel a warm mist of blood come across your back.
yeah, you're standing there ready to smash this orc in front of you. You just get splattered with black gore on the back of your head. It just kind of drips down slowly, and you hear this thud behind you. You're not even sure what it was.
Hey, can you wipe that off?
I cannot move.
Use that dwarven beard for something.
Obadiah,
I'm not a washcloth.
his 18 charisma is going down rapidly.
I will move.
He now has 10. You can continue wiping.
Oh, I do.
I'm going to move back one again. Backwards one.
All right.
This way, in that
Gotcha.
direction. Yes. And then I will generate a casting token. What's my sight range over to this?
Nothing.
Do I have an angle like
There's
this way?
There's a hill over here.
Yeah, but do I have an angle this way?
Back to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of one between two trees.
Okay. Next round I'll make a move.
All right. Piff.
I'm gonna smash him with my war pick, and then I'm gonna smash him with my dwarf. One! Come on!
Oh no!
I rolled 1 4, and the rest only ones this entire campaign.
Good thing it wasn't the dwarf.
Now the bad news is that was your pick, right? Since you already had an opening and you got another one when you have an opening, that results in a broken weapon.
I got a dwarf. So
Can you and weapon of opportunity isn't an offhand weapon.
Oh,
So-
I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity if I use it.
You can't use it at all
Oh, okay.
until next round.
Well, I just two-hand him then.
Can you go up from a D4 now?
It does go up to a dice 6.
So what
because-
happens when he rolls a 1 with me?
You have a broken dwarf.
So good.
Alright. Cleistus, again, you can say something.
Don't kill me!
Not trying to.
You
All right.
clearly
I'm
are.
trying to save him.
Yes,
No.
this man using him as a weapon, trying to save him.
Here comes the orc. Again,
Okay.
he kind of tilts his head when he sees the black goblin goose splatter you. Doesn't care. Swings anyways.
1.
Utilizing the advantage.
Wait, no, I rolled a dice 6.
Rolling a 1 on his dice 20. Gaining an opening himself.
I see an opening.
I'm not
Take advantage of it.
You're not exactly sure what even happened.
Sound very good.
I'm so excited for you to roll a dice 20 with a dwarven weapon.
This is gonna be great.
It's gonna be so
I have a dwarf.
The only thing you can think of is the orc probably looked over and saw Leona and the baby and was so distracted. He licks his lips. He's hungry
Women are distracting.
for a different reason in this case, but completely misses. Doesn't even see you. Doesn't even attack you. Basically.
That's the same excuse I use.
All right, I got one more goblin here. He is going to attack as well.
I have a feeling you're going
3.
to have all these guys dead
4.
before I get
4.
to free you.
Nice.
Almost sidestep.
Do aunt.
Well, I dodged, so I'm gonna take a side.
Damn,
step to the
it's
side.
cursed.
Give him a little opening if you want to
Strength.
shoot at these guys.
4.
4. 10.
Well, that's
They do get you tied up pretty
I
well.
only carry 2 pistols.
Dayon.
I mean, it's nice of you to move, but I only got 2 shots.
Just
Can I
chuck
move
it.
and pull
Just
my
throw it.
blade at the same time?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
Obadiah.
do that. I need to move.
Yes. I will use my casting token to teleport
already
via dimension door in a thiswardly direction.
Now he's got a move,
All right.
and you get free tag.
Yep.
Yes. Very good. And then I will move 1 square.
So you see, tied up, this very large, very obese, pink-fleshed gift.
It's a mammoth.
Clearly,
Are you freeing the mammoth man?
I'm going to assume you don't like the orcs.
I do not like it.
I will free you.
Well, thank you.
In three turns when
In 3 turns when I can get to you.
Why are you so slow?
You do see this bloody, bandaged, badly wrapped
super
leg.
clean bandages, though.
Yeah, super clean bandages.
All right.
Changes every 10 minutes.
Plenty of profit.
Piff, you have an orc distracted by an elven woman, and you have a dwarven two-handed weapon. What would you like to do?
One step forward, move in the frame, and roll a d20 to hit him with my door.
I like it's my dwarf. Hit him with my dwarf.
All right. You just take a swing, and let's see which part of the
damage.
dwarf you hit him with.
Head.
Well, that's gonna be the goal. All right. The higher the better.
Smash is not a bad move.
3. You pretty much hit it. You swing him head first, but it connects like dwarven chest to orc face.
Oh, that's actually probably the best.
That's probably the best. You know, other than his 2 chest injuries.
Due to the fact that you're dual wielding the dwarf, you do roll the D6. The fact that you are
Wait, don't you go up because
well,
you're
I'm technically
D20.
like
and you go up again for the dice 20, so dice 8.
dice.
Right.
The dice 8
And
dwarf.
I'm a
Dice it.
furbolg. Do I get bonus for
Unfortunately, no. The furbolg is what allows you to wield the dwarf. Actually,
3 damage.
Damage. Is that impact damage, by the way?
I mean, it can't be selection.
that
It would be impact.
Is there a knockout chance?
no. But what happens is he rolls his 2 armor, taking the lowest.
Oh.
And so he rolls a 2 for his armor, and then he rolls a 1. So
Broke
damages
him.
his
You
armor.
broke his armor with
Dwarf face
God, dwarf.
to orc armor.
Can you imagine killing this thing with a
I pulled my dwarf from my sheath.
just get like a dwarf pocket?
I was thinking of Final Fantasy, you know how they do that sheath at the end? Do that with the dwarf just
head first in the backpack. Yeah.
Alright, and as always, Cleistus does get a statement.
Ugh.
What are you doing? I'll give him a thumbs up.
I have 2 chest injuries. I don't need another
He
one.
said one line.
Alright, Orc turns to you. Confused, actually. He was like, I just got hit by a dwarf. He's looking around, angry, confused.
Can I do like
That's
an
the fantasy
intimidation
version of
check
a
on
white
him?
glove.
Intimidation?
Like, I just hit him with a dwarf. I broke his armor.
Alright, well, yeah, we can do it, but he's gonna have a lot of defense because he is angry.
I have a D4
Go for
on
it.
whatever. 2.
I was gonna intimidation allow you to roll your vitality.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Vitality.
7.
7, not gonna be good enough. He just grunts, snarls, and then swings with
I'm
his
gonna
axe
irritate him.
towards.
It's like literally like the white glove of
see.
fantasy arm.
He's actually upset and swings at the weapon you were wielding. So a 3, you can dodge with a dice for dodge roll.
Wow. A weapon that can dodge an attack.
The weapons
Just like
past metal.
What?
Oh, unfortunate.
All dwarf
Unfortunate.
weapons can do that.
All dwarven weapons can dodge.
Your weapon might die on
It's a
you.
weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
All right, 6 damage.
Good thing you ignore the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say your weapon might just die on you. That's
I
kind of
mean,
weird.
it's still a weapon. Still a dwarf.
I mean,
It's not an alive one.
It's just a weapon. That
how do you explain that to somebody? My weapon once died on me in the middle of combat.
I lost my best weapon. It died on me.
We need some more here.
Is he moving?
Yeah, is he
He
moving?
takes an attack of opportunity.
No, he's not gonna move. We've got a goblin that wants to move.
Which goblin?
So we got one goblin still standing.
Oh yeah, move him,
Get so far away.
please.
It's one move that sucks.
Let's see.
Yeah.
He
I
is
would've
unfortunately
just
gonna
shot
have to
arrows
move
into the
All right,
right
attack
for
of
you.
opportunity.
Oh
I
yeah!
have a glaive.
You have a glaive. All right, make your attack roll. Dodges with a 4.
5
Oh, nailed him.
and D10.
Oh, that was
4.
4.
That's a
All
good
right,
weapon.
that injures him.
Right?
I think I might get one of those instead of a dwarf next time.
Pretty much, right?
Actually, Duan die skipped you. Trying to break out one more time. 7.
8.
Ah!
I feel
All
all
of
my
my
life.
His encouragement.
Nice.
Free.
It sounds like the mammoth is free.
Good job.
We now have a woolly mammoth on our team.
Obadiah, you have now used your magic and your time to free the guy who just freed himself. What are you going to do?
I'm going to generate a casting token.
Nice. Piff! With your dwarven weapon.
On the swing. Is it a brawl and roll?
Yeah.
1.
Oh no.
How do you break a door?
Unfortunately, you just added an opening. You need a second opening to break the door.
The already broken dwarf.
Alright, so I do believe...
This thing's not very good for combat.
I'm impressed by how many ones you've rolled this session. It's ridiculous.
that's actually a skill.
I've rolled 6 times.
Rolled 5.
Okay, here comes... Let's
Well,
see.
7 if you
Nope.
rolled D20 once.
Cleistus gets his statement first before the monsters.
I need to settle this here.
Alright, I'll attack with the monsters while you are considering this. Taking advantage of the opening, swinging a dwarf is hard work. He is going to attack with his dice 20, rolling a 10.
Nope.
No
No
max,
max,
you.
but didn't work.
What was the even point?
I like rolling dice.
Again, axe comes down at your head, barely glances off. Not sure what is distracting him so much. It's probably the baby crying. It's really
the
a
dwarf
distraction.
crying. It's the dwarf crying.
One.
The dwarf taunts or
Dwarf
can't swing.
Please make it stop.
Alright, Goblin is actually going to attack you
Yeah. Alright, let's do this.
once more. Here it comes. 4 to hit.
5 dodged. Because I leap out of the way.
Dang it. Where are you going to move? Back to the side.
Back.
That's actually good for you because now you get the act.
Yeah, because if you move again, I get another attack.
Alright. Duant, you are standing. You are ready to rock. What would you like to do? Your belongings are nearby in a sack.
Got it.
I would
Here.
like to go to them.
Alright.
So
You can make it to them and equip yourself if you like.
that's what Yep.
Dayon?
Well, attack. I will take my glaive and start stabbing at him.
Alright.
6.
Dice off. 18! Beat that one!
5.
Alright, he actually is going to dodge forward to avoid the attack of opportunity next turn. Obadiah, magic is up.
Portal strike.
Portal strike! Nice!
I open a portal and I fire my crossbow into it.
Who are you going to nail?
I'm going to nail the goblin.
Goblin?
Dwarf.
Yep.
Alright.
I am not going to hit anything. I don't even make it into the fucking portal.
Shoots to ground next to the
I
portal.
rolled a 1. It does say it's an auto hit. They cannot be dodged or...
Oh, so you're just going to roll damage?
Oh, it's not metal hit. It can't be dodged or parried. but you
cannot
just
be
roll
dodged or
one.
parried, but I missed a fucking portal.
That makes sense.
Opening?
Opening!
Nice!
I know how those things work. I get them all the
Now,
time.
can you spend an action to remove that?
Yeah.
You can. You
Okay,
can.
I'm going to do that. I don't want to break my crossbow.
Piff?
Wait a minute. Is a 1 a reload
For crossbows.
for bow and arrow?
Oh, it is a reload. It is a reload.
I'm out of arrows.
You didn't buy a quiver?
I have a quiver, but I can't quiver
Yeah, you
during
can.
combat, can I?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
you can quiver during combat.
Okay, it's in my slung item, so I can do that. Alright, I'll have to quiver next round.
Alright.
Damn it!
So, no opening, but you do out of your arrows. You can try and repair your arrows after combat and refill
Okay,
that
I'll
quiver.
do
It's
that.
actually better.
Piff, 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 piff.
I swing. 4.
4 on the orc. 3, that is going to be a hit. You hit him with-
6 damage.
We'll go with the dice 6 damage.
4.
4, huh? His armor
Impact.
blocks 3, 4, 1. So,
What?
actually, he
His
doesn't have
armor is
armor.
broken.
Oh, it's already broken. I do have a block. So you got, how much again? 4?
4.
Alright.
I roll for intimidation. You said just hit him with another door.
Roll for intimidation.
It's intimidating.
I will allow this. Okay, he's
There's
still,
dwarves coming
still
from
not
everywhere.
intimidated.
You get smacked with
All you can be with the dwarf.
All right,
Find
at
more
some
dwarves.
point,
Yeah,
I
agree.
do need to consider the damage that is being dealt to the dwarf because it's actually mutual damage. So,
door.
Uh-oh.
you did.
It's not good.
But in my defense, I'm not using him
That
as
is
a
going to be 1 damage for you.
Okay.
In my defense, I'm not going to use him as a shield, so I'm going to keep him away from him.
All right, all right.
Dodge out of the way.
Next, we have the monsters. Now, if you do remember, they were discussing Bigger Boss,
Oh.
who now appears back here
That's not good.
behind
That's not
from
good.
out of trees, wielding 2 weapons.
Uh-oh.
He kind of grunts, snorts. He's like, "What's going on here?" Sees that the mess is going on, blood and battle and chaos.
Well, that's over the hill, so he can't really see that. He just sees the gift, which is free, and a extremely bloody human.
Oh.
Who's very scrawny.
And, all right, Goblin is going to again come after you. 3 to hit.
Dodge. 7.
Dodge backwards.
Yep.
And then the orc. 1 more shot on Piff. Dwarf is safely tucked behind him. 5 to hit.
3.
3. See if you can do something other than 1 damage on you. 1 damage for the 3rd time. He rolls a dice 10.
I'm a tank.
And he rolls a
I'm a tank.
Alright, so we're actually going to put him about right there. Top of the round, Duant. You are armed, you are equipped, you have your equipment. You hear this large, angry, scary orc. Black skin, beady red eyes, wielding... See, he's got a huge orc blade, which is basically like a sword, but it's thicker and heavier. In fact, it's so thick, so heavy, humans really can't effectively wield it. In his second hand, he has a large orc axe. Again, like a regular axe, it's called. But it's larger and angrier, notched, and coated with old, dried blood. He's just dressed in furs, and underneath the furs, he's got some model armor that he's probably taken from corpses. What would you like to do?
I'll turn and face him and say, "You chose the wrong gift to piss off today."
Nice.
And then...
Oh.
And I'm gonna spray.
Now, I do know your gift has the ability to turn invisible, but I'm not exactly sure what the rules are. Do you remember them?
Yeah, so I'm almost always, or I thought the token was the one that's almost always invisible.
You're always invisible until you get into base contact.
Yeah.
Then you turn invisible, and I believe you get a chance to add an opening. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know what they are or got them nearby?
Don't
Okay.
get them.
We'll get them at break. So you can't quite make 2? Is
I
that
could, but I don't want to be in base contact with them right now.
not yet? Day on top of the round for you. What would you like to do?
We shall strike him again.
All right.
6.
4 to dodge.
Wait, what?
I got a 4
Oh,
to dodge.
6 to
6 to hit. That hits him.
And 10 damage. 4 again.
4. How'd you like to finish this guy off?
I sweep the blade under his feet and chop his head off as he falls to the ground.
All right. So did you sweep? You sweep
You
the
sweep
blade.
the blade under his feet, he falls forward
Yeah.
on his face, and I slam it
His
down.
feet,
on
just,
it.
his legs just poof.
Yep.
And he clumps to the ground,
Right.
stunned temporarily
As
from
I
the
strike.
impact. You spin the blade around and just bring it down with all your might,
Lop off his
severing the head. It just kind of rolls a little bit, and spurts of black goblin blood cover the ground.
and that's how it's done.
After seeing this, I say, that's what you get when you mess with Clastus.
Alright,
Quiet, you buffoon.
Shut up.
Obadiah, what would you like to do?
I would like to reload my crossbow.
Nice. Piff!
So concentration spells, you still get an attack of opportunity if you start concentrating immediately, or is it just when you cast?
It is going to be until you get your upgrade. Yeah, any spell cast in an adjacent square is going to allow.
My dwarf with 2 hands.
Hit him one more time. This is like the worst fight I've ever seen. It's like the orc can't hurt you, and you can't really hurt him.
I just roll ones. So does he actually.
He just rolls ones.
Just ones at damage.
It's like who can roll the most ones. So you rolled 4 to hit him.
Yeah.
5 dodges. Or actually, well, he parries it. Actually, and
For the
There
dwarf.
it is. So you get counterattack.
You just kind of sweep it out of the way with some blade.
it's like sword versus sword.
So bad.
Sword
When you
word.
think about it, it's like a lot worse because he's swinging at force and he's swinging at force.
We will allow an
Cuts
attack
the
of
dwarf in
opportunity in this scenario against
Oh, no.
the dwarf.
Dwarf, shield yourself. Get your
Could
shield
you
out.
parry that with your mace?
Can you parry a parry with your mate? A dwarf.
You are kind of
A weapon
Can you
parries a
parry a
weapon.
passage?
All right, let's just go with it. 9 damage.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
There's the
I
hit.
think you broke your weapon. No, it's still good.
Okay.
Oh, wait, a lifeless body can still be used as a weapon.
That's what I'm saying. It's still a perfectly good weapon.
It is.
2 injuries.
Oh,
2
no.
injuries.
What are you guys doing?
I mean, I would decide if I didn't have you as a weapon, I would be dead.
Why are you using the nearly dead dwarf as a combat weapon?
Not the other
At what
one.
point did you say this is a good idea?
He's a fur block. What good idea did he have?
Right when I saw that I had a dwarf in my hand, I had a weapon.
And you.
All right, well, let's see what happens.
Their intelligence is not very high in their community.
4. That is going to be an arm injury.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Well, you can handle that.
Yeah, that's not so bad. That's better than being
Come
dead.
on, weapon.
Isn't that 2 injuries though?
Oh no! Here
Uh-oh.
comes another chest injury.
Oh,
Plus, roll again.
Oh,
So
third
he's
chest
now
injury?
he's now chest injured. This is not a good idea. 3 leg injury.
Nice.
Can't move, can't walk, can't talk.
I can't talk now. I'm knocked out.
He's mortally injured. 3 chest injuries, correct? Plus
Yeah.
arm injury, plus leg injury. He's
Plus
only
head
got
injury.
plus head injury. This is the most injured you can possibly be, except you've got
dying.
you've got like 1 arm that can still move, so you can make hand
Wait.
gestures.
Wait,
The people.
I didn't think about this earlier. Why don't I just take the weapon out of his head?
We think
Grab the mace, drop the dwarf.
I didn't even think about that.
Can I even
The whole time.
I'm gonna say, can you talk? The higher the roll, the more likely you can talk. Based on a dice 20, you rolled a 2. The answer is no. Your only option is 1 hand gesture, and you can make 1 hand gesture at this moment. What hand gesture are you going?
I feel like I'm off.
Probably deserving.
So at this point, you probably just drop the dwarf,
And grab his sword
he's just
star.
like
Can I point towards the bushes too? Just put me
Bush.
down.
As he flicks me off, I notice the morning star still in the hand that he flicked me off, and I take the morning star out of his hand.
You don't even recognize that he's flipping you off. You think he's handing it to you. Thanks. This is what I wanted. It's a good idea, dwarf.
Why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
No, monsters. Monsters get to go. All right.
I really can't believe you didn't think about the morning star soon.
We will
No one
begin.
else said anything.
I said that I had a mace like
I
8
mean, my
times.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear that.
All right. Beginning with the goblin, he takes a step forward to attack
opportunity
you
attack.
again. Get the opportunity attack first. He rolls 1 to dodge.
6 to hit.
That is going to be a hit. No, you killed this goblin. I forgot. You cut his head off.
Yeah, that's right.
You did not do that.
Move forward. Kill
Goblin's no longer part of this battle.
He's dead.
All right, I'm just going to remove my goblin token so I don't forget. Now, I only have an orc grunt and the orc berserker back there. So we will begin with this orc.
You still gotta make your turn, right?
No, that was his attack of opportunity. He was trying. Swings at you 4.
I nimbly dodge out of the way.
Nice. Which we're gonna move the dwarf next to her.
And I'm gonna like just point at her like, you know that stuff? You know how you killed that guy because you tried to heal him? You should still try to heal this guy. Well, I'm gonna dodge backwards.
Dodge backwards.
How much worse can you do?
Alright, here comes the orc berserker. Unfortunately, this is going to get rough. Luckily, you have a lot of hit points. He charges.
Hit point tracker.
Oh, what's your 10?
D10.
I wish I had the
Me too.
There you go. Alright. When the orcs charge, they go into a rage frenzy. So he is going to double his attack actions this round. Here comes his attacks.
He's got 2 weapons. That sucks.
And he has 2 weapons, so there's going to be 4 attacks coming
That
towards you.
sucks a lot.
Here comes the orc blade. I hope you have some good dodge or parry abilities.
Parry, yeah.
Parry. Let's see what you got. Here comes the first one. 4.
7.
Nice. Second one, 3.
4.
You parry deftly both of his blade attacks. Now his orc axe. 4.
5.
Nice. 3 for the last one.
2.
Uh-oh.
Oof. I have a shield.
Does that
Alright.
give you advanced parry?
No.
The shield.
Heavy shield or light
It's a
shield?
light
Both of them
Light
actually.
shield
Do
gives
they
you
really?
advanced parry.
Oh,
get
You
roll
can
2 dice.
re-roll, take the highest.
1.
So we got 2.
Alright. He comes after you, sword swinging, axe chopping. And what weapon do you have?
I have a short sword.
Short sword? Using your amazing weapon master skills. Ching, ching, ching. Block all of them except for the last one. Gets through ever so quickly. Just barely punches through. 6 damage.
So
Reduced by armor.
So 1.
1 armor damaged.
Broken shield.
At least.
shield.
Oh, that was a shield.
There's the shield, yeah.
There are broken shield. If you want to track it.
Yeah, sure.
Is there a dwarf broken tokens?
So does that still
It
reduce
does
that
reduce
one?
it 1, so it's
Okay.
5
I'm still
damage.
disappointed. I could have 2 weapons. Morningstar.
Do you have any other armor?
No.
Weapon masters don't get much. So, do on.
Still dwarf as well.
All you. What are you going to do?
On
I'm
this
gonna
weapon.
angrily grunt at him and gonna swing my short sword.
You're actually a little bit larger than this guy.
7 to hit.
That hits him.
And damage. Wait, the short sword dice 4 or dice 6?
Dice 6.
Is it?
Short sword's a dice 6 unless you have opening or some other way to increase damage.
5 damage.
5 damage. Whoa. He blocks 2 of it with his armor.
Also, you get counterattacks on parries.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, when you successfully parry, you get a counterattack. So you should probably counterattack his axe.
Yeah.
And you only get 1 attack?
Yep.
Is that correct? Alright.
I do have my claws, but I guess I was holding
Holding your shield.
the shield, so.
Not anymore.
Yeah, you can safely drop the shield actually and claw attack. If you'd like to.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well.
It'd be a dice 6, or... No, it'd be weapon. Is it weapon or brawling? For the
Claws either. I
Either?
choose.
Definitely weapons.
Whichever one.
4.
4. That is going to hit as well.
And damage, I know for a fact that's a dice 4.
Oh!
1 damage.
Alright, he actually, the armor does block it, but it does tear a shred right through his armor, leaving a big exposed opening, exposed area on his body. So, Dayon, you're up next. What would you like to do?
We're gonna move towards the bigger oak.
The big orc right in front of you?
Yes. And right there, and I can attack because I didn't run. So we'll attack.
3,
5.
5. Hit.
And 10. 7.
7. Goodness gracious. That is going to injure him. The first time he was injured, I mean, he was pounded
After being hit by a door.
fairly heavily with the
A lot
door.
of HP.
Oh yeah.
And he's not looking too good.
I'll show you how a real man fights.
Piff, you are now equipped with a mace rather than a dwarf.
Since
What would
I got
you like
one
to
free
do?
hand, can I grab my spellbook for free?
Grab your spellbook for
on my belt?
free. No, that'd be equipping your character.
I equip the spellbook.
Okay. Hand signal by Cleistus, anything? He's like, I'm done.
He needs a
I've
nap.
given up.
I will avenge your weapon.
And generate
Oh.
a casting token.
Yeah, somehow I skipped you, I don't know how. Alright. It is now Monster's turn. What are we going to do? The orc is a little upset
You're gonna like this
by the
next one,
fact
dude.
that it just got stabbed. Is going to turn towards Dayon, rush at him. You get your free attack of opportunity.
6.
Dice off.
Oh, I don't.
17.
Oh god.
17.
Double dice
Dice
off!
Should have a drink
Eight.
for that.
It probably should be.
3.
Every time we have a
Alright, he
dice
was
off,
able to
it's
dodge
like,
it.
I'll take a
Drink.
You
That
probably
makes
do
it
it
out
like
again.
regular dice offs, and then double it for the double dice.
You
Oh
double.
no.
Let's do the double shots. Let's do it.
Alright, he's charging at you, gaining the orc rage bonus. Gets 2 attacks. Here comes the first one. And he rolls an amazing 1, adding his opening, making his second
I don't even have
attack 3.
3. Dice off.
It's all
Dice off. 3.
15.
Alright, you're able to dodge out of the way of that one. Are you dodging or
Yeah,
what?
I'll dodge out back.
Alright.
So that way if he has to move again.
He does have to move again. And he's got an opening. Keep in mind, this one is on him.
Oh. A blade.
Orc Berserker.
12.
Does not get to double his attacks this round. He charged last round. So, first attack on you. 5 to hit.
Advance parry.
You don't have a shield. No
Oh,
shield
no.
anymore.
So it's 3.
3? That was with his sword.
Do you have demon flesh?
Oh! So I don't think you got the demon flesh on this guy.
I don't know what tokens get.
Only the demons have the demon
Oh,
flesh.
tokens get regenerating.
Regeneration. Yep.
Okay.
Wait, so I can like lop off a leg of yours or
6
something?
damage.
Oof, added me an injury.
Dwarves got that?
You're gonna need it.
He gonna need it.
Please don't be something really bad.
This is going to be a chest injury. So how chest injuries work is they reduce your max hit points by 1. Okay. Second attack coming your way. 4.
Injury token.
4 to hit you on with the second attack. 2.
Good
No
lord.
parry,
Correct.
so there's no counterattacks. And this one's coming from the axe, and so we've got 10 damage.
That's the second injury.
Oh my god. Webmaster's getting
Chomped down. Oh, that's not good.
You might want some armor.
Especially
8.
my character is. He's doing
That
pretty
is
well.
going to be a head injury. That is going to be double bleed tokens.
That should
So
pretty much
you
up there
lose
damage
2
anyway.
hit points every single action you take from now on. It takes an action to stop the bleed, 1 at a time. So take 2 actions to stop them both.
Uh-oh.
You ain't got much up there anyway.
Ow!
Yeah, we may need to find out how much you heal pretty soon.
Am I
Dice
literally?
6, I think, per turn. So.
Well, no. Me and you're about the only undamaged people.
Yeah, I haven't even taken the injury yet.
We're doing pretty
Meanwhile,
good.
my weapon over there took like 3.
Duant,
How does that
your
work?
revenge.
The person
I-
wielding it doesn't take damage.
I came out way
I'm
more
fine.
unscathed in the battle than my weapon.
I am very angry at this point, so I grab my sword and I swing as hard as I can. 8 to hit.
So that's going to be an automatic hit.
1 damage.
Sounds about right.
Apparently he didn't swing it very hard.
Unfortunately, he does have some armor left. It blocks all of it.
Okay.
You do have a claw attack, I believe.
1.
Oh no!
Can't break my claw.
For someone who's very enraged, it's not.
But
good
he
so
can add an opening
Yeah.
from a 1. Unfortunate.
Oh, also, well. Yeah, so I get, I think, a dice 6 hit points back at the beginning of every turn.
I'm not sure how it works.
I thought that was how it works.
Not
I'll
sure.
go check.
All right, Dayon. Dayon.
I'm going to take full advantage of that, and I'm going to jab at it.
Dice 20.
9.
9 automatic hit and increase the
Goes up
damage
to
by 1.
12. 8.
8. How do you want to finish this one?
Is he
You've
kind
not
of
taken out all 3.
What's his size?
He's man-sized. He's
About my
shaped
height?
like an ape. Hunched shoulders, long, dangly arms, thick arms.
Oh, I just kind of like want to run at him and just kind of really thrust it into him and make him fall back and just really twist it in there.
Thrust or chop into him.
Like I raise it up like this, and I
Oh,
run and I just impale
okay,
him,
alright,
and I
alright.
just kind of force him down on the ground and just kind of
Nice.
really just
Nice.
jab in there.
So you grab it, blade first, and you just start running at him. Thrust the thing right into his chest. You hear the snapping of bone, the squishing of like the muscle and tearing of flesh. Shove on as hard as you can. The blade punctures the back. He kind of lifts his head back and howls. Ah! You twist it and drive him down into the ground, and you just keep kind of turning it while you have him
Turning
down
the
on the
cauldron.
ground.
Turn
Yeah,
the
just turn. Yeah, you
Stir the pot.
like
stir the pot. Just stir the pot.
Obadiah.
Oh, yes. I see that my friend is in trouble, and I'm going to make him do an irresistible happy dance.
All right.
He has to move 5 squares randomly,
Do I get any defense to this
and
one?
he adds an opening token. It does not say you get defense, you just are screwed.
That sucks.
Enchanted arrow.
Nope, irresistible dance.
Yep. Go save.
It says, roll magic skill. 1 target within sight range must immediately add an opening token and then move 1 square per number rolled. Roll a dice 4 to determine a random direction for each square moved. Movement provokes attacks of opportunity.
All right. So you can make attack of opportunity, both weapons, both roll dice 20 to hit if you want to utilize the opening,
obviously.
and I'll move him after the attack.
Roll 1. Oh wait, he can't provoke attack of opportunity as an opening. He can't take advantage of it.
Oh no, that's right.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh.
So we're just
That's
going to move him.
unfortunate.
Better luck next time.
Well, he can't take an attack of opportunity against you either because he also has an opening. So,
How many squares do I move him?
5.
2. Oops. 3. 4. 5.
Okay, I guess that happened.
Piff. It is your turn. You've got a large hill right here blocking your sight
generate-
from them.
So, even though it says 1 living target on battlefield suffers an automatic hit, I technically can't see him. Can I still target him with the spell?
If it's on battlefield, you can still target him with the
I
spell.
generate a casting token.
All right. Cleistus, at this point, your hand gesture is probably trying to stop your own bleeding.
What's she doing? She not helping?
She's... What is she going to be doing?
She had 1 job.
The higher the number, the more likely she's to help you. The lower the number, the more likely she's just worrying about
If she's not
keeping
helping
the baby.
him, I want to go help my weapon.
Literally everything.
You don't even see her. She's gone.
I'm gonna, instead of generate token, I'm gonna go help my weapon, stop him from bleeding. Hold down on the bleeding parts.
Technically, he's
What,
not actually
everywhere?
bleeding like Dylan is, so you
So
don't have to do
Oh,
that. But if you do,
not
I'll give
bleeding,
you.
I generate a token.
If you do, I'll give you an advantage.
Oh, I hope it didn't crash. Might be break time anyway.
Yeah, we're good still.
Okay.
Here, I just want to get the other stuff.
Yeah, we can do break time if you guys survive this. We'll see.
Yeah, we're kind of still in the danger zone.
Yeah,
What are you talking about? I've killed everything.
the
so
west
far.
side of the battlefield is doing quite well for you guys. except for Cleistus is again mortally injured. That's
Glad it's not me.
2 quests in a row where
Yeah, you
he
should
might
probably get better
be
at
dead.
avoiding damage. Come on, man. What are you doing?
You didn't have a choice this time.
I mean,
The eastern side of the battlefield not doing as well. It is the Orc Berserker's turn.
Saved it.
He's going to move. 1, 2, 3. Take advantage of the opening.
he can't. He has an opening.
Opening can't
No,
take
you
him.
can take advantage of opening.
You can't
You
do
just can't
that.
make attacks of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
And because he's charging, it's 4 attacks.
Oh, good.
all
that was
taking
probably
advantage
bad.
of the opening.
I'll rip your character.
The good news is, at least you know that Orc Berserkers are tough. The bad news is, we may have 2 mortally injured characters. 2 to hit on the first one.
I don't know if I want to come help on that one.
7.
7.
Counterattack.
Parry
Counterattack.
allows counterattack
Counterattack.
after his attack rolls. After his attack rolls.
Oh.
Second attack, 15.
Not
That's it.
possible.
Alright, you'll take 3 damage. Third attack is a 9.
Can't do it.
You will take 4 damage. Last attack is a 2.
You could do that. Yep.
Alright, counterattack him with all your attacks.
2.
And if you want, take advantage of the opening on the counterattack.
11.
That can't stop that one.
And opening ups the damage too.
One.
right?
And it does up that damage.
3 damage on the first one.
3 damage. Oh,
Yep.
was that a dice 8?
Yes.
Oh, alright.
It's a short sword.
He does have armor still, so armor blocks all of it, unfortunately.
Okay. First claw attack now. Well,
Counterattack, you only get 1 attack. right?
16?
you get. I thought you got it with all of
You
it.
get
All
full,
of them.
you
Yeah,
get
full attack
round.
action.
Oh, wow.
Wait. No,
No,
you are.
counterattack, you only get 1 attack.
That is
Oh.
correct. I was thinking as opening attack.
Well, I parried 2 of them, so I get.
So you get 2 attacks with your short sword.
Yeah.
Or do you just get one?
Or do you just get one?
Counterattack, I believe you only get the 1 for you counterattack the attack action, not
Okay.
per
Oh.
attack. So,
Okay.
so if you do get, if any of them are parried, you get that counterattack. So, unfortunately, that armor's is kind of hosing you at the moment.
No one has any openings.
But it is Duan's turn now.
I'm gonna get my hit points back. 5 of them.
Nice. Should have been doing that prior.
I didn't have a chance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an action to do that?
No.
Oh.
So, because I was already at max hit points when I. Yeah. And then I'm going to. Should I stop one of the bleeding things?
2
Or
hit,
attack him?
2 hit
2
points
injuries down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna lose 2 hit
Oh,
points, but lose
yeah.
one of those. Yeah.
Trying to stop your own bleeding while in base contact, you would be an attack of opportunity. If
Oh,
you,
Might as well hit
yeah.
attack
Yeah,
and
might
take the 2
attack
hit
him,
points.
man.
Yeah, you'd have to
Just take the
disengage.
2 hit points and attack him.
8 to hit.
That's automatic hit.
I don't know if I hit him. 6.
6. That's going to be 4 more.
And then with my claw. 7 to hit.
Automatic hit.
And 1 damage.
Still could injure his armor, which it does not. Blocks all of the claw. All right, that's going to be Dayon. Your turn.
Alright, well, it looks like I got no choice but to move.
Obadiah, what would you like to be doing while he's moving?
Do I have a clear shot at this Orc Berserker?
With the spell?
No, with the crossbow.
With a crossbow, not without moving.
I'll move forward 1 and I will cast a casting token then.
All right. Piff.
He suffers 1 damage.
What? Suffers.
8 plus
1 damage.
Roll an
Ritual.
8 plus another 8.
Oh, you're casting a spell?
Yeah.
Which spell did you cast?
Bane.
Bane, okay.
1 ritual damage.
I got like way over there.
Take that.
Suck it, orc. He's like, doesn't
And
notice.
then I'm gonna say, are you undead? I'm good at like healing undead people, but I don't know how to heal living people. How much longer do we gotta wait before I can heal you?
I'm mute, so I can't be pulled.
Nod your head twice if you're undead.
I can't move my head either.
All right. Cleistus, unfortunately, you're just not doing well. Again. Like, even worse than before. All right. Wow. How did you get all the way over there?
8 plus 8 makes 16 movement.
All right. Climbing, did you go over or did you go around?
Around.
Okay.
The humans have 6, I think.
Yeah, 6 is what they got.
You gotta move back 2.
Oh,
All right.
no, my athletics is D8.
Yeah, but
you
humans have
the
6.
run.
Oh, run, yeah.
Run is different now.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Fill in your run. It's a 6.
All right. Looks like orcs attack. First one coming at you. 6 to hit.
7. Oh, nice.
Wow. You're going to counterattack after this one? 4 with his axe.
2. Yeah.
That is going to be an 8 damage.
Ooh,
Good
injury.
golly. Wow, orcs chopping you up.
Yeah, on second thought, maybe I don't want to come to this place.
I'm with you. That's why I'm staying way back by my weapon.
Oh my goodness.
So second head injury?
Yeah, it moves to a chest injury. So,
You might not be doing too well.
that's your first chest injury, though?
Second.
Second chest injury?
You are
That is going to
Incapacitation.
incapacitate you.
He
Welcome
took
to
down
the
the
club.
woolly mammoth! He's a beast! Don't get
He's a
him!
beast.
Alright, Duant, you are incapacitated. Dayon.
Oh,
It's all you. It's your turn again.
shoot. Oh, I can't shoot. I already used my pistols. I guess we'll move closer and try this out. I don't think it's gonna work well for me, but
You need 4 to get into range.
I got 7.
Just stay 1 away from him.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's try this. 3.
That is going to be a miss, unfortunately. Obadiah?
Oh, enchanted arrow! He takes 5 damage and gets an opening token.
5 damage plus an opening token.
Yeah. He can roll armor versus the damage, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 5 minus 3 from his armor. That is going to be. See, well, who was the last person that injured him? You injured him, and that is going to be his first injury.
Please roll a 10. Please roll a 10. Please roll a 10. Please roll a 10.
It doesn't work that way for monsters anymore.
Yeah,
They just take a certain amount of
For
injuries.
heroes, it will.
Oh,
So
dang it.
First injury, second injury, will be incapacitated. That's going to be all we wrote for Obadiah. Piff. What would you like to do?
Ready to cast a token.
All right. His turn. Who's going to take it?
Doesn't matter because he has to move, which is an attack of opportunity.
And he does have an opening. You can take advantage of the attack of opportunity.
Either way he moves.
Who do we want to go after? Let's roll his movement first.
You want to go for the guy on the ground already?
Oh, he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can make it to you. So let's do it.
Alright. I guess I best roll.
Oh, this is
15.
sucks so bad.
It's
15 automatic hit. Increased damage by an extra
10.
10.
Oh, get wrecked.
Blocks 1. Finishes damaging his armor. How would you like to finish this guy?
Did you kill everyone?
I killed everybody. So he's
so good. Gunslinger for the win.
So I'm guessing he turns his back towards me to run, so that's when I attack him. I'm assuming he's of great size. Can I just kind of like, he's of great size, right?
He's about man size, a little bit uglier.
Oh, I guess we'll just kind of really just swing it and break down on the back of his head.
All right. Yeah. He turns his back to you, seeing your opportunity. Bring it up, slicing down as fast as possible, just cleaving his skull right in half in black orc brain. Not very large, just kind of dribbles out as he slumps to the ground, unmoving, twitching a little bit. Now,
Literally everybody on this whole battle.
My weapon! Somebody! My weapon needs medical emergency!
I would like to medical check the new fat demon, Ken.
all right.
Who's got the best?
I'm running with the dwarf.
I have a
in my
dice
hands.
Yeah.
I believe you
Acting
get
like he's dead.
actually if you regenerate. I think you get your own medical roll, and I think it's a dice 20. We'll double check it, but for now we'll roll your dice 20 versus my dice 10 to see if you can auto heal one injury. 4.
Get ready.
So you're trying to heal yourself with your demonic blood, and he comes over. He's like, I've got this. I know how to pack the wound. And whatever he
3.
does to you, just makes it worse and prevents you from healing.
I don't got this.
Yeah.
You know not of the demon powers. Leave me alone.
I'll cast confusion on him to make him think that I did a good job.
Well, roll to see if it takes effect or if it just makes him angry at you.
That's
Perfect.
You
That's
get.
not really how confusion works. Not sure.
Oops.
What's his defense? I think he rolls vitality.
Yeah, he rolls vitality versus my dice 6.
10.
Oh god, I got a 5. 7, damn it. Okay, well, he's not very
Yeah.
the hell are you
Just trying to soothe your pain. Soothe your pain.
Please, somebody, my weapon.
I'll attempt to heal the
Who's
weapon.
got the best? Because this is kind of an important role here. Because this is do or die. Like, Cleistus
I'm
is
literally rolling
mortally,
the best in this so far.
You have been
mortally
rolling the
injured.
best.
What
I only have a 6. It would be a 6. He has an 8. He has a higher chance.
roll?
Now, we can ask, does
What is the elf?
Does
attribute?
Duant have a medical kit?
Did you have a medical kit?
Did you have cash for one?
Do the goblins have
About
a
short
medical
sword
kit?
rations.
Yeah, do the goblins have a medical
The
kit?
goblins have a medical kit. We can search and see if they do. The higher, the more likely they do. 12. They have a medical kit, but using it would be questionable.
Ooh, I will take my handkerchiefs and attempt to do the wrappings without touching the medical kit. Wait a minute. Here we go. Freaking dirty cloth.
Can you try healing?
Looks
I
like
only know
snot,
how
not
to put
salve.
my wounds dead.
Oh,
you know,
God.
To keep them from bleeding.
Maybe mud?
That's my thought. You know, you rub mud in the wound, nice
Yeah.
and thick, and then you know it heals.
I always put salt in my wound.
We can hold this thing.
Let's do this.
Wait,
One.
why are you doing
5.
that? Oh,
1! Cleistus is still alive!
wait, we gotta do one for each one of his injuries, right?
No, you only do one injury.
You only get one shot. Wow.
His chest injury.
Wow.
So I take the orc and goblin snot and rub it in there so that the dirty cloth sticks.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of time that it would take for him, Cleistus to heal is going to take forever. We might as well just put him out of his misery.
It's, by the way, it's also really late at night right now, so it's time to camp.
We thought we'd be battling through all the night.
Oh, my sweet weapon, can you hear me?
Can I talk now?
Actually, you're in like this haze where you're not quite sure what's real and what's not real. You don't really see colors anymore because you've lost so much blood.
No,
You see gray.
Wait, he
You
sees
see
red.
Colorblind.
Red.
Red. No, I just see red. It's just pretty red.
Why am I covered in red? It's not making you happy, but you are conscious. You can speak, but it's a little delirious.
Nice.
What would you like to say?
Oh, look, the mammoth.
I am no mammoth. I'm Duant of the Northern Rocks.
No, you are fat.
The mammoth.
Let's take a break.
Anyway,
All right. At this point, would anyone like? We can take a break. We'll roll to repair stuff during
Okay.
break, and
Oh,
we'll be
no,
back.
Let's repair stuff before break.
Oh, all right.
Where?
weapon. War pick.
All right.
Oh.
I got a dice 8.
Yeah, I need this. It's my other weapon.
It's the love of your life.
All right. I believe, to repair broken weapons, I'm rolling a dice 4 on everything. I think,
Okay.
with the exception of armor, which each
How-
armor has a special.
How many
dice.
things can I repair in a night? Just one?
Yeah, one item. So pick. No, yeah.
War pick then.
Either this or the dwarf.
War pick. I can't repair the dwarf any further. I've already repaired the dwarf.
What?
He's a weapon. Can we count him as
He's my broken weapon.
Alright, here we go. Yeah. 2.
4.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
repair it.
Unfortunately, it is non-repairable. So
Terrible
that actually
things.
breaks it, I believe.
You no
and
longer
it turns
have a
into
war
material.
Wait,
But at least you have a mace.
I have a
could
dwarf.
you use
I
the
need a
great,
mace.
the great axe that the
Yeah, come on.
orc had? The one that
Pick up
he,
one of
only
the
he
weapons.
could wield, but he's a furblog.
Yeah,
You
you
could,
you could, but it would not receive your furball bonus. So it would count as a.
You guys could try and
standard.
repair other
Your
things
axe though?
as
I'm gonna
well.
try.
You
So
could try and
you
repair
could
your
use it.
shield.
Yes, you could.
I'm gonna try
Can
and
I use
repair
it
my
one
shield.
hand?
All right.
Can I use it one hand?
Yeah.
Sweet.
1. So auto.
3, got it.
All right, you're able to patch it up. At this point, let's camp for the night,
Okay.
and we will break.
What
and
are
we
your
will
guys'
see what
repair
happens next.
skills?
Garbage.
6.
4.
You could try and repair his armor or my armor.
I can
Either
try.
one.
I mean, I can try a D4 if you want to.
Nah. Hush you.
Yeah, you can try my armor.
Okay. We'll go for his armor.